Yes, you know the deal. We always here. It's the 4-4 Heels. I'm Steph Ronan, and that's Aaron McKee.
What
Man,
up,
let's
baby?
bro. What's popping, man?
Let's go. We're here today to discuss the infamous, famous, all-around bad guy, Mr. McMahon. That's what the documentary is called. It's called Mr. McMahon. It's not called Vince McMahon. It's called Mr. McMahon.
Right.
I think that's a big thing to realize. Mr. McMahon. But it starts off, first episode, all my shit's out of order. I just kind of said it how it
Let's just
comes.
let's
But
just talk about the whole
yeah.
series.
Yeah, but the first episode is kind of like, well, the first half of the episode is kind of just like a history on Vince. I This is kind of like some of the shit I didn't know didn't know who his dad was till he's 12. I never knew that shit at all.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I was like, okay, that's cool. See, he didn't even know his last name was McMahon
Right.
until he was 12, and then he also, I guess, was sexually abused. I guess,
Yeah.
and abused.
He was abused. Yeah. He was beat up,
Yeah,
beat down.
yeah, and he talked about it in like that's where I don't want to say me and him have the same mindset, but like he deals with shit and then just moves on. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's how I get. Like, I mean, people are like, "How do you do that?" I'm like, "I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just I just fucking do it. I'm
Yeah.
just like, man, I'm moving forward. It's in the past already for me.
Yeah.
Let's go forward, baby."
Yeah. I mean, that's like
But
how you supposed to deal with shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I
yeah,
definitely in our industry. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
in our work industry, bro, you got it. Because shit gonna happen to you like this. You got
yeah.
like
You just got cool. Peace.
that's it.
Move on.
That's it.
And then so it goes on in his life. It kind of like touches how like he was 16 and Linda was 13 when they got together. But I mean, for that time, I feel like that
It was
was
acceptable.
not that big. Yeah, because like I remember, I think my grandparents on my mom's side there was some weird age gap, but it was like 19, 23, 33, so it's
It
kind of
was acceptable
acceptable.
back in the day. But like I said, my grandparents, they got married when they were 15, bro. Like
Yeah, it
shit.
was different. Like the documentary says a lot. It was different times back then.
It was a different
It
time.
was different time, and we kind of touched on this in our weekly thing. I was like, "That's it's inappropriate." Then is anything going on right now that we don't think is inappropriate at all?
Right.
Going to be hella inappropriate.
Of course. Of course. I
Yeah,
mean, it happens like that in history, man. Like
yeah.
folks, cigarettes. It was like a cool thing. They promoted in movies. It was like,
hmm
you know what I'm saying? Now it's like now we got
Now
commercials
there's not even a
against cigarettes
commercial on the TV. Nothing. You don't see an ad for a cigarette anywhere.
nowhere. No.
Nowhere.
I mean,
You used to be able to smoke on planes. That shit's fucking crazy.
remember people could smoke in restaurants while eating and
Oh, bro,
shit? Bro,
smoking section, bro.
you see them?
Smoke. I will say, growing up, my dad never was like, I want the smoking section. He'd be like, fuck no. And he was a smoker. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
Yeah. He'd be like, no. He's like, I'm good on that.
right. See,
Yeah.
real shit, man. Damn. Technical difficulties.
So, this shit will get cut out. Oh shit.
Oh, you was trying something new.
Oh shit, it just stopped. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh
And
man,
now
it started
lag.
over. Fuck it.
There's
All
a
right,
lag.
well. There's a lag right now?
All right, you should be good. Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, at first you was moving in.
All right, so but then we go into him buying the company from his dad, but originally it was supposed to go to Gorilla Monsoon.
Gorilla.
Didn't know that at all.
I didn't even know that either. Yo, I didn't even know that there was animosity between him and his pops when he bought the company. I never knew that.
Yeah, I
You
didn't know
always hear
either.
like he bought it from his pops and he turned it into, but it never went into details. There was animosity between him and his pops, almost like he was wanting his pops to see him fail. His pops wanted to see him fail.
Yeah,
and I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
And I don't even know really if I knew back in the day that he bought it from his dad. I thought he just got it from his dad, honestly.
Oh shit, yeah, he bought it.
Yeah,
with payments. He knows in payments too.
Yeah, and he paid him ahead of time or some shit he was saying. But so we get into the early stages. Well, let's first talk about Hulk wanting to do fucking Rocky 3 and Vince Sr. was like, no.
Nope.
He was like, no, you're not doing that. And then he was like, if you do it, you're fired, and you'll never work for this company again. And then he did it, and he was fired, and bada bing, bada boom, it was out of there, baby.
He didn't care because and he was right. He's like, he felt like this was a bigger opportunity moving.
Yeah.
And he was.
Yeah.
That added to the lore of Hulk Hogan. Oh, he was in Rocky. Remember he was in Rocky? Thunder
Yep.
Lips. What was his name?
Yep.
Thunder Lips?
Yeah. Thunder Lips.
So, I mean, shit. Hey, we really got to we got to do another show on the side note to some Hogan, bro. Like, watching this documentary, I'm like, bro.
Speaking of Hogan,
we have to give him more love, bro. Like, I think at one point, he was so big that it was cool to start shitting on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now that it's like years later, I'm like really reflecting. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker was the shit, bro.
Yeah.
He is the reason there is sports entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
No Hogan, Stone Cold, nobody.
If you think about it, he was responsible for WWE, WWF getting popular, and he was fucking responsible for WCW getting popular.
Yeah, he was.
He was responsible for both.
He was. Absolutely was.
And then he came back to WWE, and he was supposed to get booed, and he got cheered more than The Rock. So he went popular. This dude is, I guarantee. Well, he signed a Legends deal, so.
Oh yeah, he's still going to be involved, bro.
He'll show up eventually.
You cannot have a WWE history without Hulk Hogan. That is like they tried that before. Remember
when was the last time? Was it Sting and Triple H?
Wait, hold on.
What?
Remember that when they tried to cut Hogan out from WWE history because he got caught on camera saying the N word?
Oh yeah, he called her his daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah, like wait, hold on. They did not show nothing of Hogan. They didn't talk about for like almost like a year. They didn't talk about Hogan. They cut him out from the opening scenes.
Yeah,
it was like when they talk about the longest champions ever. They said everybody but Hogan, but Hulk Hogan. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, man, look, Hogan is responsible for what we have today, and he had his own cartoon.
He did.
I don't see any other wrestler had their own fucking cartoon.
No, MC Hammer had his own cartoon, but
nah, I'm talking about wrestler. who had and I forgot about that shit, bro.
No one. But Hogan is a snitch bitch, and Jesse the Body Ventura is over here trying to form a union, and Hogan is like, hell nah, I'm snitching. He goes straight to Vince and snitches on him, bro.
That don't work for me, brother.
Yeah.
Unions don't work for me, brother.
Yeah. But Vince came back. Okay, so Vince buys a company. Vince wanted to originally go with Dusty Rhodes. And then Dusty Rhodes, he just felt like wasn't it. Even Cody Rhodes was like, I feel like Vince didn't think my dad was the one.
Mm-hmm.
Which, could Dusty Rhodes get as popular as Hulkamania got? Probably not. He was, man, maybe. But I think the body type had a lot to do with this. They're like, hey, put your shirt back on, Dusty. Put your shirt back on, bro.
Put them polka dots back on.
So I was like, I don't think. But, like, it's funny because, like, I also feel like Bob Backlund was the champion through the early parts of WWE. But then, like, everyone kind of shitted on Bob Backlund. They're like, he wasn't a real, like, they're like, we needed something more. So, like, he kind of just seemed like the in-between champion. But, I mean, Hogan, they used Hogan a lot. You know, bunch of WrestleManias, brought him, and then, you know, they'd go on to... See, this is kind of what I felt weird about this documentary, too. They kind of went off on some tangents that had nothing to do with Vince.
Right.
They went off on, you know, the fucking Hulk tangent. For like 30 minutes, they're talking about Hulk's run in WCW and NWO. And I'm like, let's get back to Mr. McMahon, man. This is called Mr. McMahon, not fucking Hulkamania.
Well, I think what they were trying to do is show, while that was going on, what Vince was feeling and how he conducted himself. And as always, Vince always put this facade of like, you know, it was fine. You know, this is, you know, no, bro, you was sweating shit balls. He was sweating shit balls. They was about to be, it was like this close from getting put out of business.
But Vince was mad at Ted Turner for taking talent when Vince took talent from the jump. That was the funniest part. I was like, what the fuck was that?
All the talent from all the territories, bro.
Yeah. And then when Ted Turner, who wasn't even really taking the talent, he was just signing contracts that ended. He never stole talent.
He
He
never
just
stole
got
talent.
talent. He just got the talent when their contracts ended, and Vince didn't want to pay him.
See, so again,
Yeah,
and then they told Vince, it was like, well, you know, you did the same thing too. He was like, no,
yeah.
no, I didn't. I'd never done that. It's different.
But look what happened with WCW, and they were paying their talent more money. They were giving them guaranteed contracts. You're working less time. And what's happening right now with WWE and AEW? AEW is overpaying their staff, letting them work less,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going this. We've already seen this play out, guys.
But
Like
see, you have to understand, AEW,
AEW can give more money, but just not that much more money.
but AEW is a TV show. It's a TV. It's made for TV.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? That's why you only wrestle when the TV's on. You wrestle. The TV ain't there. You
yeah.
ain't wrestling.
They're not doing live shows. Well, and
Not
WWE's
doing
doing
house
less
shows.
live shows.
They said
Yeah,
he's going to stop. You know,
yeah.
but again, they might want to do some more house shows so he can drop some of them damn ticket prices. Shit, man, that's what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
got
I know.
overhead,
Yeah,
and we paying for it.
yeah.
Shit. Nah,
I
man.
just saw people bitching about Bad Blood online. They were like, "How much these tickets?" And people were like, "Man, they too much." And now I'm sure they just skyrocketed now that all the matches are made.
You think so? I'm gonna look because I'm
Probably, probably that shit's insane.
oh my god. Nah, man. I don't know, man. Vinnie Mac, my man.
Yeah, but okay, so Vince mentality for his business, bro. It's business over everything.
Of course.
Everything, bro. He tried to get Vince and Hunter to have their fucking wedding on pay-per-view. And then he said, when they said no, he said, "Y'all are selfish."
Oh,
The shit I do for you, and
and
you
you can't
can't
even have
even get married.
your for God forbidden wedding.
Fuck. But like I mean, literally, like what this thing showed the most for Vince for me was like
He did it.
he's choosing WWE over. Yeah, he did it. He did it. But he's choosing WWE over everything. Everything. And it was interesting too. At the end, they're like, "When does Vince retire?" And everyone, because this is before
Right.
the Royal Rumble this year, when that shit broke, when he really stepped down. But like everyone's like, "When's he retire?" And they're like, "Never." Like when he dies in Gorilla, basically.
Damn.
Yeah, they're like, "That's it. He's never retiring." But then once sponsor money started getting pulled, he fucking retired real quick.
Well, the thing is,
Once he had bosses.
no. Well, I think Trips got in his ear. I think the family really. I think Trips was like, "Look, man, if you
Will
go
they
down,
vote?
you're gonna take the whole company down.
Yeah.
The best thing for you to do is step away. Let me run this thing as a different entity. Because if he's and I think it would have happened if he would have stayed on and
Yeah.
would have brought everything down. We wouldn't have this renaissance right now in pro wrestling right now that we have.
Well, Vince had no choice because they answer to board members now. They had no choice.
Only well, he didn't have to sell all his stocks and shares. He
Well,
didn't have to
that's
run it.
true.
He had to sell that shit. He didn't have to.
Yeah,
So he
but
did
I
that
mean,
again. He wanted to have no connection. He wanted to save the WWE, bro.
yeah, that was a $1 billion deal, though, man. Billions. He said, "Yeah, I'll sell mine." That's what's funny about like all the like Clippers owner getting in trouble. It's like you have to sell the Clippers for 1,000% profit. You
Yeah, that's
bought it for
exactly what
$200 million and you're selling it for $3 billion.
Jesus.
Man, what a punishment!
Thank you.
I would, you
Thank
bet.
you.
But I mean, his shit is just his mentality was just WWE first, and that was it. And we'll say I don't want to go right there yet. Tony Atlas, Pat Patterson. This man was grabbing penises. Just
Grab it.
grabbing dicks. How
Grab
does that work? I've never been in a position like this.
it. I don't know. They must have been changed in the locker room. He just going around like, that's
He's
it.
like, how long does he hold it? Is this two hands, one hand?
He
I
said he
want.
grabbed his dick. He didn't say he touched it. He grabbed his
Yeah,
dick.
I know. Grabbed it. He didn't say like a love tap. He just said you flicking it, you grabbing it. That's crazy, bro.
Fuck? I mean,
How do you just?
how
I
about you
would.
just smack the shit out of that motherfucker, bro? Like,
Yeah. I'm like. I'm quitting probably if I got to deal with a dude like my boss grabbing my dick every day. I'm like, I don't think I want to work here that bad, bro.
Tony, come here.
Tony was tag partners with Rocky
Yeah,
Johnson though.
Soul Man Rocket Johnson, right?
Yeah. But I'm like, God damn, that's fucking crazy. He's just
Hey,
like, no, Pat Patterson. He's grabbing my dick all the time, man. It's like,
that was I was like, that shit. We all like, what?
Tony Alice
We all
was like the
knew that Pat
unexpected
Patterson was
guest.
gay. Always knew that.
Yeah,
It was like
everyone
well
knew that.
known. So
We didn't know he was over there raping men who could whoop his ass.
because he was like this
Yeah,
right hand man.
I
You
guess.
smack him, you lose a job.
Yeah, I guess I just don't get like as much as like this documentary proved is like people are willing to do anything to keep their job in the WWE, and the people at power are doing fucked up shit. And I've just never been in a position like that where I'm like, I would never be willing to do that shit. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
And that's what like even people who I've listened to reviews or quick reactions about this Vince McMahon documentary. And people that work within WWE for years also did a review. And they're like, when he first retired, we were so relieved. And then when he came back, we were so annoyed. And then we were so relieved again when he had to retire again. And it's like, yeah, but you kept working. Like, you hated this man for how long? But you just kept working there. I don't get that.
Because it's the biggest show.
I know, but like
The biggest show.
you're basically admitting to the world that like your morals don't mean shit when you're chasing that paycheck. But yet you're criticizing Vince McMahon for having shitty morals. And like is with the P. Diddy shit, everyone's like, "About time." What the fuck you mean about time? You've been knowing about this for how long?
All the time.
And you've been not saying shit?
Right.
I think
Right.
you're just as guilty, man.
Right.
Guilty by association. Isn't that the fucking
Guilty
word?
by association, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just me, though. I mean, Vince McMahon's a piece of shit, but.
Go. Bro, he
Bro.
defecated on Shorty's face.
Bro. When
Wow.
he's.
Wait. Homie get in the case, and he just comes over and blick it.
Yeah.
Hits on her face, and then tells her, get up and take a shower.
You're fired.
Jesus Christ. Man.
Bro, but this is the craziest shit. In the interviews, they're sitting, like, this is before, like, he's had sexual harassment cases in the past, but this big one hasn't come out yet while they're doing the interviews. But McMahon's sitting there and he's like, I have three brains, like my brain, the motherfucking. And then he says, right now my other brain is thinking about fucking, G. He's like,
when he did that, I was like, well, that's it.
yeah. I said, bro, like this is so bad.
Himself. He's like, I got a third brain. Right now I was having fun and having sex.
Yeah. And yes. And what else did he say that kind of incriminated himself? He said, well, if it was rape, the statute of limitations is already passed. I'm like, bro. He said
man.
he was like to start it off. He was like, it was completely consensual, blah blah blah. But if it was rape, the statute of limitations is already passed. Like you've Googled that then. You know that?
No.
I don't know the statute of limitations for rape. I don't.
His lawyer told him that shit.
Because he told him to look it up.
Right? Oh, yeah? Okay.
I'm like, my guy, bro. My guy. He did not do any favors. But I will say, the build up to this, I thought it was going to be more damaging.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, what did me and you learn for this? Nothing really.
Just details to the stories we already.
Yeah, just little minute details.
That's
yeah. And that he treated Shane McMahon like a piece of shit most of the time.
That's why he's going to the AE Dubs.
Bro. Crazy. The fucking story, the Paul Heyman story.
Yo,
where
Paul Heyman is
he's
gold.
The wrestling god, bro.
Fucking gold.
He's got to be the wrestling god, right?
Oh, man, that's hard to go against Vinny. I'm sorry,
well, you
bro.
have to go against Vinny now, bro.
Shit, that has nothing to do with building a wrestling company, bro. That's his personal life.
Yeah, but see, that's what people like are having a hard time separate. Well, not having a hard time. They're saying you can't separate it. You can't separate
Why
the
not?
They're just saying you can't. But yet they'll listen to Michael Jackson's music. You know.
Or R. Kelly.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Same thing.
same thing.
It's the same hypocrisy, but the way he treated Shane, bro, in that he said they had a difference of opinions storyline wise. And he said, Vince said, the only way I'm paraphrasing, the only way that's going to happen is over my dead body. And you ain't got the guts to kill me, or something like that. And if you ain't got the guts to kill me, you ain't got the guts to run this company, or something like that.
It was
And then
something
he's
like that.
like, then he like opens the shit, puts the fucking knife to his chest, and he's like, stab me right now, man. Like, and then shortly after that, that's when Shane O'Mac took his 7-year hiatus.
Yeah.
Away from the WWE. And Paul Heyman told, if y'all haven't watched the doc, you should go watch it. Watch that scene. That scene will get you hooked on it. Like Paul Heyman. And also, Paul Heyman, we'll get back to this real quick. Paul Heyman is there when Vince is getting interviewed for the whole documentary series. You hear Paul Heyman say something to Vince like, hey, bro. Like, Paul Heyman was the check guy to make sure Vince stayed good.
Yeah.
But Vince still fucked up by a third brain. I'm fucking, but whatever. But how do you feel about the Shane Mac fucking Vince story about the fucking, creative differences?
I mean, I heard that story and told so eloquently by fucking Paul. I mean,
Yeah.
I was like, that motherfucker crazy, bro. His own
Yeah.
blood, his own flesh and blood, right? And he said, Shane was like, you can tell their fucking relationship got strained. That's why, if you remember when Shane McMahon came back, I think he had a Hell in a Cell match in WrestleMania. I don't know what you.
Yeah.
And
Against Taker.
he did that dive, the elbow drop from the top of the cage, right?
Yeah, I would have never done that
Back
shit.
scenes, bro. Back scenes, they meet up. Vince
Finally.
hugs him, starts crying, bro.
Yep. Bro, I would
You know
tell you
what
this.
that is from?
Yeah.
Now we know. They had bad blood for like 7 years.
Yeah.
And for him to come back to his pop's company and do that, like that's my son. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think Shane, AEW, bro. What better way?
I think he could make AEW a lot better. Especially because how this documentary talks about how Shane wanted to buy the UFC and Vince was like, no. He's like, that's a real sport. Yeah. He's like, that's a real sport. I don't want to buy that shit. And then he also was like, he's like, I wasn't stopping Shane from buying it, but he didn't have the money to buy it. That was the funniest part, bro. That was so funny.
Like, he's like, the problem is they counting their penny. He said like something like they're counting their money before it's theirs.
Yeah. He was like, this motherfucker want me to buy it for him? He's like, fuck that.
Yo, Vinnie Mac, bro. I always like that name better than Mr. Mac. Like Vinnie Mac, bro. I think that's the one with the do-rag.
Yeah. But this documentary, bro, like Shane looked amazing throughout the whole thing. Like there was not one negative real thing about Shane. And what Tony Atlas say about Shane though? He said, Shane's the nice guy. And we love that for Shane. But you can't be the nice guy and be the boss in professional wrestling. And I'm like, I don't agree with that because I think Triple H and HBK, respectively, and Tony Khan, respectively, are all pretty nice guys.
Well, maybe
I don't think any of them are dicks. I mean, they might be when you need to be.
We don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know these dudes from Jump Street, so who knows?
Ain't no way Tony Khan bucking up to wrestlers though. They'll fold him like a pretzel, bro.
Well, yeah, of course, but I just think Tony Khan got his hands between pots, bro. Like, I didn't know he ran the Jacksonville Jaguars like that. I was like, damn, he runs the Jaguars and AEW?
No, his dad runs the Jaguars.
No, he makes the decisions. Did you see that special?
Ooh, that's why they 0-4, baby.
Did you see the special for a week? It was following Tony Khan, and he's like making the player picks and stuff, bro. Man,
no, bro. Where's this at?
It's on ESPN. Pat McAfee and them was talking about it.
Oh shit, I need to watch that shit, bro.
This dude has a Jacksonville Jaguar logo and an AEW logo on the same jacket.
He had an AEW show at the first Jaguars game.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't televised, but he had that show.
What the?
But Shane looked good. It was a good outing for Shane. I think it would have been interesting to see Shane be just a wrestler for those 7 years he went on hiatus, though.
Yeah.
His matches are amazing.
Yeah.
Shane's matches are always like, damn. That one with Kurt Angle at King of the Ring
Yeah.
when he was trying to fucking throw him through the glass, but they forgot to switch out the glass for fucking breakaway glass. And damn, bro, he fucking landed on his head. Then he was like, throw me again. I'd be like, nah, bro, this spot ain't working, bro.
It ain't working, bro. It ain't working. Oh shit.
Yeah. But when Vince was coming back, when the board voted him back after the first shit happened, Stephanie and Triple H said no.
Yeah.
And then that's when he came back and Stephanie stepped away. That's insane to me, bro. Because she gave such a like goodbye speech in the ring on SmackDown when he went away. And she was like, together forever. You know, she said the WWE logo shit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like, then when they come back, she votes no. It was kind of like a good riddance goodbye speech. I only got to say this one time. So I kind of feel like maybe Hunter and Steph really don't fuck with Vince. Like, I mean, I'm sure they love him as like a dad and separate, but I don't think they fuck with him as like Vince.
Okay, so this is my theory, Oz. They and everybody else always wanted Vince to step down because he was getting up in age and his booking was getting horrible, repetitive. That was those dark years of WWE, you know what I mean, which was a
Yeah.
lot because it was all being filtered by one man, Vince McMahon,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So to me, I feel like this stuff that's coming out all these years, how? Why now? Think,
Oh, you talking framed him.
bro, man, somebody said, hey, check this anonymous email.
Yeah.
But
A lot.
who's your boy, the dork, the dude with the glasses who has nothing but hate for Vince, bro? He been trying to nail him for years.
Ooh, Dave Meltzer,
No.
the newspaper guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who also said, "Yeah, I'm an FBI informant, baby. What's up?" Like he said that in the documentary. He's like, they read my articles, they go off of that shit. Yeah. What's his name? Something I forget his name, but
What?
they said it a lot. Yeah, and they were like, everyone in WWE really hates that motherfucker. It's
Yeah.
funny, but yeah,
But I'm saying, I think someone from the inside, and it has to be somebody real close to him.
I mean, TKO is a big, powerful company.
No. No, not.
You think it's someone else?
I'm saying it might be somebody in his family. I think Trips
Or
dropped the dime on that boy, bro.
Triple H is Stephanie?
Steph. Yeah,
Yeah,
Steph. She
she's
fucking,
like, I'll step away.
she was like, look, I think they dropped the dime on like anonymous email. Send it to your boy, right, little dork boy right there in the corner. Here he comes. Because this shit came out of nowhere,
Yeah.
right? It
Yeah,
came out
and
of
a lot of people are saying like it's kind of like ironic that when this girl who's come out with all these allegations, when the paycheck ended, that's when the Texas came out and like all this shit's coming out. And honestly, too, which I didn't even realize when I was reading Vince's weird text messages back in the day with the weird sex shit and all that shit, all her text messages in that conversation are deleted. So we have no idea what she's saying
Of course.
back.
Of course. Vince McMahon was texting himself. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Right? See, they delete her text because I guarantee
Yeah.
you she was doing the same thing right back.
Yeah. She deleted her text messages for a reason, I think.
Of course.
Could be wrong.
Of course.
Could be wrong.
We know this.
Yeah, yeah.
We know this, man.
I forgot to bring this up when we were talking about Hulk Hogan. Hulk said when he was going to the ring at WrestleMania 3, he didn't know Andre was gonna let him win.
Yeah.
I call bullshit.
I think so, man.
You think Vince would let that happen?
I think Vince trusts Andre. Remember, Andre and Vince was like this, bro.
I know, but Hulk was the man. Hulk needed the push to make WWE huge. Vince would do anything for the company, and he knew Hulk winning that match would skyrocket WWE. So there's no way he let that match happen without the finish already in the bag. Without the finish already in the bag.
I didn't say that he didn't know the finish. Him and Andre already probably agreed on the finish. They just
You
ain't
saying
Hogan.
Hulk just didn't know?
Hogan just ain't probably ain't know.
I don't know. It's hard to believe for me, bro. With how controlling Vince is, there's no way that happens. No way.
That's not the first time that he's kept the finish from.
And it was funny that they said that.
Hart.
Yeah. That's coming. That's coming. But Hulk and Andre, it was funny that whole WrestleMania was built up that they never fought before when they had fought like 15 times.
Right.
And they were like, Andre the Giant has never been body slammed before when it happened like 25 times. It was just WrestleMania 3 was just built on lies. And then you got all the wrestlers being like 93,000 sold. And then Dave Meltzer's like, more like 72.
And then I heard it was something else. I heard
it was
more than
less.
that.
Shit, maybe.
Damn.
Yeah. And then they bring up XFL for a little bit. Not that relevant, except for like the Bob Costas interview where Vince really gets in his fucking face. He's like, I'm about to fuck you up, bro.
Answer the question.
Yeah.
The question. Okay. What is your problem? Huh? He's like about to jump out of his chair.
Yeah. That shit was hilarious. And they said it's like basically Vince not in control. So that's why he's like that. When he's not in control, that's Vince.
Yeah, that's why he hates sneezing.
Yeah. So
he hates sneezing. I can't believe that. I was like, yo,
he said, God damn it, I didn't want that to happen.
Vince, wow.
Well, also this is like an old fucking interview or a promo. Not really a promo, but a commercial. And Vince McMahon is like, this with all the steroid era, he's like, we are committed to be a drug-free environment. And they're like, cut. And he's like, and he was just like so annoyed. And it was so funny, bro. I was just like, that's hilarious that they were like, we got to cut this commercial and say we're drug-free. And he's like, yeah, I got it. And then he cuts it and he's like, oh, fuck that shit.
We all pump it in there.
Yeah.
Bro.
I bet that's how he felt about going to PG too. He was probably like, this is going to make us more money, but I have to do it.
Public trading.
Yeah.
So now you got to be more friendly.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit was fucking hilarious. Let's get into the Montreal Screwjob. But first, we'll get to the first female Screwjob, which I had no idea happened. What was her name? The first Screwjob. God damn it. Why can't I think of her name? Female WWE.
The great Moolah?
No, Wendy Richter. God damn
Wendy
it. Why couldn't
Richter.
Yeah, the fabulous Moolah. Same girl. Yeah. She didn't want to drop the belt. And Vince said, you ain't leaving with that motherfucking belt, bitch.
Yeah.
Which leads into the Montreal Screwjob, which I 100% agree with HBK, Triple H, and Vince. Bret, who is probably my favorite wrestler of all time, was a bitch in that scenario, man. He was a fucking bitch.
What if I told you that shit was a work?
Oh, that's what everyone keeps saying, but I don't think so. There's no way they're still going down like this with all this shit going on right now.
The first reality era angle was the Montreal Screwjob, bro.
I mean, that's a theory, but out of the way Bret is, I don't think that's possible.
What you mean? Like, cause think about it. Look.
Because how does that benefit Bret at all?
Because you don't want to drop the title in your hometown, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how about I make you drop the title, but you really don't lose? He wins on that.
Yeah.
And you get to leave and get the money that you feel like you deserve at WCW instead of here. You know what I'm saying?
But in the same aspect, Vince helped Bret get a better contract in WCW. That was said in the documentary. Bret brought the contract to Vince, and Vince helped him get more money. And then he was like, if you want to leave, I just got you more money, and that's cool. And then Bret was like, yeah, I'm leaving. And then Vince was like, hey, bro, you need to drop the fucking belt. Like, this is what's happening. And then Brett was unwilling to do it. Like, Vince was like, I just helped this motherfucker get way more money than he was going to get at WCW because I wasn't going to pay him that, but I still helped him get his money. And then I'm asking you to drop the belt, and you're like, I'm not dropping the fucking belt. And it's just like, bro, like, you're dropping the fucking belt, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, I thought it was a real thing, but then the more I think about it, it's like, man, how did they have cameras backstage?
Because they were filming that documentary.
Right. So it
That
just,
was a year-long documentary, though.
right. There's a year long. So you see all these things happen, and then it's like, I don't know, bro. I just feel like it was a work. I don't think.
No way. The way his wife was acting in those backstage segments,
Because she didn't know. No one knew but them three.
no way.
No one knew.
Way. There's no way with how transparent it is nowadays that it like there's no way.
Okay, I'll tell you this. How about when Brock Lesnar hit Randall's, right? And he goes backstage and Chris Jericho is trying to fight Brock because he really thought he went out there and
Yeah.
juiced
Yeah.
KO, right? But nah,
Yeah.
bro. It was all it worked, but the only people who knew it was just Vince and those and Brock and Randall.
Yeah. I don't think so because let me tell you, most people didn't know Vince was the owner of WWE.
Shit. Who didn't know that?
No, because he was, dude, at that time when it happened, Vince, like, no one really knew he was an announcer most of the time. We were like, that's the fucking announcer, Vince McMahon. They even said it in the documentary, bro. They were like, no one really, and Vince came out there for the first time and was ringside because he said he wanted Bret Hart to know it was him and not HBK and Triple H, when really it was all fucking three of them. But and the ref and the fucking ref too.
The ref knew, yeah.
Yeah. And Brett, I remember Brett said to the ref before the match, he's like, do not fuck me tonight. And the ref was like, I would never. And the ref was like, ring the bell.
Earl,
Yeah, he's like, you're not my boss, bitch.
you don't sign my checks.
That's what I would have been saying when I said go for the bell. I'd be like, you don't sign my checks, bitch.
Oh shit.
But like I said, they spent a lot of time on the Montreal Screwjob, and we all know what happened. We all have, as WWE fans, we all know that whole story. And I'm surprised I didn't hear Brett take a shot at Bill Goldberg not one time. I thought he would sneak it in there. He probably did in some uncut interviews.
Yeah, they cut that shit up. God dang, man, leave it alone.
Yeah.
He hurt
But
purpose.
and then they bring up Owen Hart's death.
Yo, and that had me shocked because they was pretty damn detailed. I haven't seen that much footage from that pay-per-view since I seen that pay-per-view live. I remember that pay-per-view like the back of my hand, bro.
Yep, I remember it too. I remember it blacking out and being like, what the fuck is going on?
Black out, bro. I'm like, how the hell, where everything go?
Yeah, I remember. And then
back, it comes back to JR and King. Sorry to tell you that Owen Hart,
bro. And I was like, this is definitely part of the show. I was like, 100%, because back then, I thought that was part of the show. I was like, man, they're going with this motherfucker died.
Wait a minute, I got a question for you. Watching that segment, right? I'm getting goosebumps thinking about this shit. Tell me how you felt when I didn't notice that when I was small, but they were still wrestling with Owen Hart's blood.
That's rough, bro.
Oops. Like, I was like, no.
That's rough.
You got to end the show.
Bro, and what did Vince say? What did Vince say? Vince said they came to see a show. They didn't come to see someone die. And it's weird, too, because, like, he did say, he was like, no one in the audience knew Owen was dead. And I'm like, and no one on TV knew Owen was dead until JR said it.
Right.
But then you think it's a work. You like, honestly, I really, and then like, even with Jerry the King being like, this is completely not part of the show, you still think as a wrestling fan, you're like, this is part of the fucking show. That's really shitty to say, but it's true, bro. No matter what you see on that TV, you generally think it's part of the show. But like, man, dude. And then they showed like Undertaker hitting someone in the bloods like right there, bro. That was tough, bro. And then what was even fucking crazier was Bret Hart accusing the WWE and Vince McMahon of murdering his brother because he left for WCW.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's not a work, bro.
How full of yourself can you
Bro.
to think that someone killed your brother?
See, that's what I'm saying. So after Bret, if Bret says that, is it still a work? There's no way it's a work after he said that. They did treat Owen like shit after Bret left.
Oh, I mean, on camera, yeah.
Like storyline wise, everything. They brought, was it like little midget Owen or something, or right? Remember all that?
That dude with the big nose.
Yeah.
Dude has security crossing tape over himself.
But then what's crazy about that is it in the documentary, it basically makes Vince McMahon look like a piece of shit, which he is, even in this scenario. But then it was the manufacturer's fault, and WWE won a lawsuit, and they also, like, Owen Hart's family won part of that law. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, even though it was a very, very shitty situation, and Vince shouldn't have kept the show going, he was still, like, bro, it was like, he's just so cut and dry with everything. You know what I mean?
Nah, bro.
It was so crazy.
He operates from the whole his third mind.
WWE above everything, bro.
He should have stopped that show, bro.
Fuck yeah.
Some of the wrestlers, like, man, like,
bro, Jeff Jarrett was his best friend, and they said they wheeled the body by Jeff Jarrett while he's cutting the promo, bro.
Bro. And he had to go out there and wrestle in his friend's blood.
Yep. And he had to talk about the girl's puppies while she's crying because she just saw Owen Hart wheeled by, bro.
Yeah, that's tough.
Shit was insane. But Bret Hart being like, they murdered my brother because I left, that's crazy, bro.
And they said that he got the harness, that everything was a malfunction.
Yep.
The WWE sued the company.
Yeah, the harness company.
Mm-hmm.
And won. Yeah. That's okay. So the fucking Sable sexual harassment case against bro.
I can't.
Bro, we had to go there. We had to go.
Listen.
So, well, I know why you're smiling. I know why I'm smiling.
No, but the reason why I'm like, I didn't know that she had a lawsuit, right? I didn't know
that either.
But for her to come back and
instantly
do the exact same thing, bro.
And what was the storyline when she came back? She's sucking tongue with Vince McMahon
after a lawsuit for sexual harassment.
I can't. It's hard to process that, bro.
I don't know, bro. Like I didn't even know that. I didn't know.
If Tony Atlas sues Pat Patterson for touching his dick, and then comes back, and the first storyline on camera is Pat Patterson grabbing this man's dick, I'm sure Tony Atlas would say no. How do you step away and sue someone for sexual harassment and then come back weeks later, lawsuit dropped, and you're sucking face with this man? Unless it was a work.
With the lawsuit?
Yeah, Vince said, hey, go sue me for sexual harassment, and then come back and we'll do the storyline and everyone will be watching us.
For $4 million something dollars? I don't know. I don't know what kind of work that is.
I don't know, but I was like, that made no sense to me at all.
When I saw that, I'm watching this, and then I saw them getting close. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. She came back on his desk. This is
why we watch pro wrestling, because there's a lot more real life in it than you bro. It's a lot. And it's not even the blatant stuff. It could be just the little stuff, the little things that just, oh, that's real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that shit was so crazy. And then the whole Trish Stratus thing with the dog and like, get on your knees.
Oh.
But like, everyone's hating Vince McMahon for that. But Trish Stratus is like, I was so for that.
Yeah.
She was like, that made people hate Vince McMahon. And I don't know if y'all know this, but that's part of the fucking job.
That's part of the job.
And then Linda, everyone thinks Linda's like a victim in this whole storyline of Vince making out with Trish and all this in front of Linda's catatonic body or whatever.
I'm like, yo.
But like in the documentary, they're like, Linda gave ideas to Trish to make it like, come down and kiss me, like do this. Like Linda was throwing ideas in there too. So like Linda's along for the ride too. She's a ride or die, man. She's a ride or die.
That was the trade-off.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon, she was like, look, here's a trade.
Fuck
you
who
marry
you want.
me, you stay with me. You pull up with my shit. And I help you try to be president. Remember that shit, bro? Remember Linda McMahon trying for president, bro?
Linda actually worked in Trump's cabinet when he was president, when he was actual president.
Yeah. I know about that.
Yeah. But that's so crazy that everyone's like, the shit Vince put his wife through. And it's like, no, Linda was in on the story too. She was going with it. She was pitching ideas. Which is like, I think kind of overglossed in a lot of the episode that like as much as they say he treated his family like shit, his family never left it. Well, Shane left for 7 years, but they stuck around, motherfuckers. You know?
I think Vince I think the abuse as a child really messed him up, bro.
Yeah.
Like it fucked him in the head, man, to the point to where he is a power control freak. You know what I'm saying? But this motherfucker don't lie down for nobody.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how they won against WCW. Half, a little bit of it. Most of it because Time Warner ain't want wrestling when they show no more. Can you believe that the time that WCW kind of like fell off, they was still pulling like 3.4 million viewers, bro.
Oh, yeah. TV was different back then, though, bro. TV was different. Seinfeld fucking finale got like 50 million people. Ain't no way a show's getting 50 million viewers today. Maybe the Super Bowl.
I want to ask this, like, let's we talked about this before on the show, like as far as pro wrestling and the best eras, you know, as you said. You know the average rating for Monday Night Raw is, right?
It's like 1.3 million or something like that. Yeah.
The average rating for Attitude Era shit, we was talking about 5, 6.
Yeah. Probably more than that, bro.
Same thing
Probably
with Nitro. Nitro 8, 7, 6, you know, around you know what I'm saying? Even back in the day, the new generation, they were still hitting like 3.
But I always like is that just live people watching it live, right? Yeah. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, the fucking replays for Raw got to be ridiculous, though. You know, like to like rewatch Raw like on a streaming service or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't watch Raw live. I record it on YouTube. I don't know if that counts to the 1.3 million or whatever.
It doesn't.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, how many people do what I'm doing, you know, or what you're doing? You know, we don't watch the shit.
No, we don't.
I try to watch the PLEs live as much as I can, but that's about it.
No, I don't watch. I like fast forwarding through the commercials, bro. I don't like sitting through commercials and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Man,
especially even when I'm home and Raw's on, I'll wait like 30, 45 minutes before I click it on so I can fast forward that shit.
Yeah. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, but so I want to save a couple of these for last. We'll go to Chris Benoit. It was pretty crazy to say that Brian Gorwitz or whatever his name is, the writer for The Rocks, you know, he was like, bro, we found out Chris Benoit killed his family and killed himself while we were doing the fucking
I don't know.
Another reason you should have stopped the show. Bro, I remember watching that, being so sad. I remember watching that, bro, tuning into Raw, and they're like, Chris Benoit's family just got killed. And being so sad, and they did that whole Chris Benoit shit. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, man, we fucked up. Chris Benoit killed him. Like,
that monster? I don't know what that monster.
And then he wasn't even like, even though he kind of agreed with CTE, he was like, nah, that was Benoit just being a crazy motherfucker. I 100%, 1,000,000%
remember that scenes on the shit? Like, he was like, you know, we're absolutely safe. we know how, he's not getting dropped on his head. And they kept cutting the scenes where he was getting
Boom,
slammed
boom.
on his head on a chair.
Bro,
This
that
dude
was the best part about this documentary. Anytime Vince said something stupid, they would show a clip of him being completely wrong. He's like, "We're family friendly television. We didn't talk about rape." And he's like, "You rapist?" They're like, "We didn't have guns." Brian Pillman with a gun. Ba ba ba. Like, it was so crazy. It was good editing. It was a
yeah,
great documentary visual wise. Like, all the interviews look clean, nice. Audio was beautiful.
yeah,
Cutscenes were good. It's just we really didn't learn anything until episode 6, the last 45 minutes when they're talking about like all the new shit, I guess. But like even then, I kind of know everything that's going on. He's got dildos named after Kofi Kingston, Brock Lesnar. Like I get it. He's a weird motherfucker, man. And to think his wife doesn't know that he's got thousands of dildos named after wrestlers, she probably does. She's a ride or die.
bro. It's like I'm just over here thinking right now, like, because the whole time you're talking about how it's been produced,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking this is maybe not all by himself, but obviously with someone. But he's in the middle of it. It's Paul Heyman Productions, right? So
This wasn't Paul Heyman. This wasn't Paul Heyman.
no, I'm saying like I know it's Netflix, right? But
Oh yeah.
I guarantee you, executive producer or something. There, he is in there.
No, it's Bill Simmons, bro.
Oh, Bill Simmons.
Yeah, the basketball guy, Bill Simmons. And what's
Yeah.
their fucking company? The ones that did the Untold. I can't think of the fucking name of their company, but it's Bill Simmons, bro. Yeah.
Okay. So
No Paul.
Paul Heyman has nothing to do with this at all.
Nothing. He just got interviewed. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, if Paul Heyman could jump ship
No.
with McMahon, bro, with Shane.
That's never happening, bro.
No, I'm not. I'm not concerned if it will happen or not. I'm just thinking like that would be the injection that AEW needs to really put them over the edge.
Yeah.
Because you have consistent storytelling and you have people actually that knows how to produce a wrestling show. You know what I'm saying? With all those years of experience.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and then you got someone like Paul Heyman who knows about, like the ECW hardcore and stuff, bro. Like, I have a fucking rant, bro, for fucking AEW, bro. I have a crazy rant, bro. I was
Well,
watching Collision, man. How you start off a show with 2 hardcore matches? I was like, bro, wait a minute. Who 2 hardcore matches back to back? The only time I can deal with that is if I'm watching a pay-per-view, a themed pay-per-view, like All Out. That was like hardcore themed pay-per-view, which I don't think a lot of people know. That's why that was like, what's going on? The fucking show is called All Out. What you think is gonna happen?
yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta go all out.
Just like
It's
Last
in the
Stand.
name.
Last Stand was WWE's joint.
Mm-hmm.
WWE Last Stand, One Night Stand or some shit, whatever. That was like the hardcore
Yeah.
show. Or Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hardcore theme pay-per-view. I just feel like Paul Heyman would give them that boost with Shane
Never.
McMahon. But Triple H, it would be stupid to let Paul Heyman walk.
Never. He's not leaving Roman anytime soon, bro.
Shit, he left.
They got years left, bro.
How you feel about Paul and Roman is exactly how I felt when it was like Paul and CM Punk. I thought it was inseparable, bro. I thought it was never, what I'm saying, the way how he spoke of Punk and stuff, bro. Just like
Yeah.
Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. All right, so the last subject I got, bro. I'll save this for last because I was the most intrigued by it. So, Undertaker's streak. We know what happened. We know who pinned him. One of Paul Heyman's guys. Brock Lesnar.
Right.
21-1, bro. Undertaker has been adamant in saying it was a bad match because he got concussed early in the match. In this documentary, Vince McMahon says, he got concussed maybe, but it was a bad match because he was shook. I told him he was losing. And if that's true, that's a big deal. Was the Undertaker shook because Vince told him you're losing?
Yeah.
And if you remember, that year was the first year the WWE Network launched. So WWE was streaming before streaming was popular.
Right.
Clearly. But that was the first year for WWE streaming in the app, the network, where they had to pay for to watch the shit. So Vince needed a splash, bro.
Yeah.
And what's a bigger splash than 21-1, bro?
And
how do you feel? You think Undertaker was shook because he was giving up that loss?
I don't
And he
think he was
wanted to
shook.
continue.
I just felt like he didn't want to go through with it because
Oh, I definitely, yeah.
we heard him both say he thought that Roman should have been the one that first break the streak at WrestleMania.
And that would have been years down the road too.
Yeah.
He's saying that in retrospect. It's not like he would have lost to Roman the next year because
Right.
Yeah, he's saying that in retrospect because of how big Roman is now. So again, kind of unfair. I thought it was interesting. I think there's something to it because I would be kind of shook because that was a last minute decision that morning.
Yeah.
If I think I'm going to be 22-0, and then that morning Vince is like, "Hey man, you're losing to Brock Lesnar," I'd be like, "Huh?" I'd be like, "What?"
But again,
the streak, bro.
Who else will be more believable than Brock, bro?
No one.
No.
And that's the craziest thing. And then what happened? Brock went and smashed fucking Suplex City bitch to John Cena at SummerSlam, right? I think it was SummerSlam. He just fucking smashed him. It was like a fucking 2-minute match.
One of his best runs
ever.
Brock Lesnar, when he came back that fucking eat, sleep, repeat, whatever that.
Yep.
When that character of Brock, the MMA fighter Brock Lesnar, because he was really heavy in that shit. Like he just came back from the UFC.
He just came back, yeah.
So his gimmick, the mixed martial artist, that was his joint. He was going in there wrecking shit, bro, and all his shit looked fucking believable as hell.
Bro, how lucky is it that Brock Lesnar never really had to develop skills on the mic?
Bro, when you look like that,
kind of like the Undertaker. Like he's never really had to be good on the mic.
That motherfucker good as hell on the mic.
He is, but he didn't have to be good for what 13 of his first years in his career. Rest.
Oh no, he had some promos, bro.
He had promos, not in-ring promos.
Remember that he called his fans back in the day?
Yeah. What?
The creatures of the night.
Yep. There you go.
Of the night. Right.
And we're gonna talk about Thursday about Brock Lesnar being added back to the roster. We'll see what that's all about.
You already know what's going on. You already know what's going to happen now.
He shows up at Bad Blood.
No.
Oh, I'd be so pissed.
Look, I haven't seen the last Monster Standing match, right? So I'm gonna watch it.
You're in for a treat.
I swear to you, Oos, I better not see what I think is going to happen, bro. Because I've been thinking, like, why are they giving this away on free TV? Free TV. This is a main event type of blockbuster type of match. How they built the storyline, right? And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm tripping. WWE, when they do shit like this, something's going to happen to where we don't get the complete finish. Something's going to happen. I don't know what, but
who do you think? What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, there's no rules, so somebody's going to jump in.
You're saying Brock's coming back?
No.
Oh shit! I'm like,
for the last Monster Standing match, right? The one on Raw, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, I don't think Brock's coming back.
I was like, holy fuck, bro, that's a huge prediction.
No. But I just feel like I'm not gonna get that one-on-one finish like I want, that clean. You know what I mean? I feel like something's gonna happen. I don't know what, but I feel like because they're gonna have another match, maybe with that clean finish where one goes over on the other one at a PLE. That's what I feel like is going to happen. I think they're going to ride this shit away, just like they're doing with the Andrade.
Till Crown Jewel.
And who?
Till Crown Jewel. Bronson and Braun.
Yeah, till Crown Jewel. That's the next one, right?
Yeah, that's the next one. We got Crown Jewel, Survivor Series, and then I don't think there's none in December. So we got 3 more PLEs.
Crown Jewel, yeah. And that's usually in what?
November 2nd.
November. Wait, so Survivor Series in the same month?
Yeah, November 2nd, and then November like 28th, I think.
Around Thanksgiving, it's always Survivor Series.
It's the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Honestly, I think it's the 29th. No, 28th. I don't fucking know. 29th.
I gotta watch it. How was Raw, man? I know you've seen Raw already, so like, how was Raw?
I did. It was good. It was good. I don't want to say nothing.
You like it?
I don't want to say nothing.
Was it better than last week's Raw?
Nah, I mean the last
I'm talking about the
35
overall
minutes.
show. You can't just take one moment of show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like the last 35 minutes, the last two matches consequences are pretty significant overall, I think. Well, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not, but you'll see. You'll see. We'll reconvene on Thursday.
Yeah.
We'll do this. Well, I guess we'll call it the rumors, dirt sheet, whatever we want to call it. And then we'll do the weekly everything.
Yeah. Do the weekly joints.
All right, y'all motherfuckers. Like, comment, subscribe, bitches. Peace. Vince McMahon, you're a hero to some, but a piece of shit to all.